Retire young, retire rich. Robert Kiyosaki. How to get rich quickly and stay rich forever. Starting life over again. Sitting alone in my mountain cabin, I had the time to reflect on my life. I thought of all the stupid and impulsive things I had done in my youth. I thought about the choices I made and how each choice, even though not a brilliant choice, had been important in shaping who I eventually became in life. I had the time to sit and remember my high school days and the friends I grew up with, friends I rarely see today. I recalled my friends from college and wondered how they were doing. This time alone gave me an opportunity to reflect on how much the friends of my youth impact the man I had become. There were so many moments sitting in my cabin that I wished I could go back in time and be with my boyhood friends again. I wanted just to laugh and be young again, but now all I had were the precious memories. I wished I had taken more pictures and written more letters and kept in touch more, but we had all become busy with life and had gone our separate ways. Sitting in the mountains in front of a roaring fire, playing back the memories of my youth was better than going to a movie theater. The time off gave me the time and the solitude to replay in vivid detail the memories of my past. It's interesting that even the bad items were not that bad. I came to appreciate my life, the people in my life, the good and the bad, and as messed up as my life was at that time, I greatly appreciated my own unique life. In those quiet moments, I realized that we all have the potential to be good and bad. We all have the potential to be great, but greatness was not be a part of my youth. I was not a child genius, a musical prodigy, and an athletic star, nor was I in the crowded or invited to many parties. I'm looking back upon my life. I realized my life was average, but sitting in the mountain made my average life very special to me. I had time to think about my family, old friends, guys I played sports with, old girlfriends, and old business partners. I thought about choices I had made and wondered what would have happened if I had made different choices. Choices such as what would have happened if I had married my girlfriend from college, settled down, and had kids, and she wanted to do, as she wanted to do. What would have happened to my life if I had not decided to become a pilot and fly in Vietnam? What would have happened if I had avoided the war as most of my friends did? What would have happened if I had gone for my master's degree instead of starting my nylon and Velcro wallet business? What would have happened if I had not lost two businesses before finally having one work? How would have happened if I had not met Kim and gotten married? What if Kim had not stuck it out with me and times were really bad? And most importantly, what did I learn and who did I become because of success and failures of my life had presented me? It's true that you cannot change your past, but you can change your opinion of your past. Up until this time in the mountains, my past was just a blur. I was just a series of people and events that passed by as I rushed through each day of my life. The solitude in the mountains gave me the opportunity to stop my life and take a look at it. There are also my things I have done in the past that I am not proud of and would not do again. There are many mistakes I wish I had not made and lies I wish I had not told. There are also many dear friends and loved ones that I hurt along the way. There are many people I love dearly, but I do not talk to anymore because we disagreed on something silly. During this year off, I found out how important those events were in my life. Sitting alone in the quiet of the mountains, I reconnected with my past friends, family, and myself and thanked them all for being a part of my life. Sitting alone in the mountains, I had the time to say thank you to my past and prepare for the future. Today, when I speak to groups about taking year off, I say the best thing about retiring early and taking the year off in the midlife was that it gave me a chance to start life over again. A suggestion: regardless if you can retire early or not, I suggest taking at least an hour each month to reflect on your life. Taking the time to reflect on my life, I find out 1. What I thought was important was not that important. 2. What was important was where I was at now, nor where I was going to. 3. There is no one more important than the person in front of you at that moment. Take that moment to be with him or her. 4. Time is precious. Don't waste it. Appreciate it. 5. Sometimes stopping for a moment is harder than staying busy. For me, the best thing about retiring early was learning to appreciate life, even if it was hectic, stressful, and filled with problems. When I had nothing to do, I found out that I did not know what to do if I had nothing to do. Today, I truly appreciate the hustle and bustle of life because I know what it is like to sit around doing nothing. So whatever state your life is in at present, take a moment to appreciate it. Because tomorrow it will only be a memory. 18 months after selling my business and retiring, I finally drove out of the mountain of southern Arizona. As I drove out of the mountain, I really did not know what I was going to do next. I just knew that I wanted to do things differently. In my Apple Macintosh computer was the rough draft of the Rich Dad Poor Dad, and in my briefcase was a rough sketch of my game Cash Flow 101. The second half of my life had begun. This time it was my life. I was not older, wiser, smarter, less reckless, and a bit more trustworthy. As I drove out of the mountain, the second half of my life had begun. It was no longer a life dictated to by the wishes and dreams of my parents, teachers, or friends, or the dream of a child. The second half of my life had begun, and this time it was to be my life on my terms. At that, is the main reason I recommend retiring as young as possible. It will give you a chance to start your life over.